If I sound like nasally and weird and sinusy, it's because like I took an edible earlier, but I don't know what it is, but it's just like I start breathing like weird. I don't know, that probably sounds so bad. Little mini life update or whatever, just because I feel like I haven't been including y'all on a lot. I don't know. I filmed some clips just now on my camera. I'm gonna turn this off. Ooh, so y'all can kind of see it in person a little bit more. Ain't this like the cutest little mini? And look, one thing about it, it's a little slow, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Like it gives me like decent quality. Okay. Oh, okay, period. Not the candle showing up in the back. I just don't want y'all to see me at an angle that is just not flattering. Like the last time I had posted on this channel or whatever literally was when I had just started cosmetology school. I was so awkward with everybody. I ain't know nobody. I was nowhere near um taking clients or anything. And that was it. Pretty much, like, that was it, y'all. Like, low key, when was that? That had to be around May, because that was the flower show. The flower show was the first show I ever did, y'all, in cosmetology school when we do them little beauty shows. I haven't done one since, like, school. I'm still in school right now. It's March 2026. I haven't done or participated in one of those shows, I think, since, like, the summertime, like, July or whatever, because it just started to get like become like drama or whatever. So I was just like, okay, girl, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. Should I take a shot? I'm supposed to go to the gym, but I mean, don't people take shots before going to the gym? I am not afraid. I just feel so comfortable talking to you, I'm comfortable in my skin, and you're comfortable in my skin. Cheers to Saturn in Aries. I think I'm gonna die in this house. Yeah, that was the last time they really see me do a show. I think maybe I went to a show or maybe I was like there the morning of, but after that I really wasn't going on them days. We always do them little show days on Mondays, and so, not every Monday, but every like once every month or so, or every like 2 to 3 weeks ish. Like it depends on how they spread it out. Usually 1 or 2 shows a month. I would skip out on them because it just started to get kind of like, I knew that if I protected myself from the drama that it would be okay, and then I'm like, okay, whatever, blah blah blah. But then it started getting to a point where it wasn't fun, because even just being around that environment and just people getting the way they would get for something that's supposed to be a fun, creative, showcasing your talent, showcasing what you learned, whatever, was just kind of becoming like competitive thing that wasn't like the fun kind of competitive. Like people mad because like a lot of shit, you know what I mean? Okay, so besides that point, whatever. I was working at Tropical Smoothie at the time, bro. I fell for a scam at Tropical Smoothie. So fucking embarrassing. Like I'm gonna have to do a whole story time on that. Like if anybody is even watching to this point and you want kind of a little story time on like the whole Tropical Smoothie scam thing or whatever, comment down below. But I literally quit Tropical Smoothie. I was like, okay, bye. But that's because while I was in school, I was like, damn, like I fucking hate working at Tropical Smoothie, and I want to get a part-time job. I want to be doing hair. I want to be doing something beauty related on the side, while I'm in school, because I felt like I just wanted I wanted to do something that had to do just like with my career path. So I was like, all right. So I was looking at, blow dry bars, like dry bar, blow dry bar, which is where I work right now. But, we're going to kind of get into that or whatever. I work at blow dry bar. So if you subscribe to my other channel, you could kind of see me doing a blowout. I did a clip of me doing a blowout. Them clients actually be kind of cool or whatever. They be like, yeah, you can record me. You can get me on video. You can get a picture. You're going to have to edit me, honey. Oh, you're going to have to edit me. Oh. I'm like, okay, girl, like, and they be pretty. So I'm like, girl, don't nobody got it. Like, they be thinking, like, when you say edit that, you gonna edit, like, I'm like, girl, can't nobody, like, this is not no CGI fucking, but, they be nice, they be cute, some of them, girl, this one client, bro, okay, so speaking of blow dry bar, okay, so we're gonna get into how I work, how I started working there, that whole process. Girl, I mean, I'm just saying that just because I'm just thinking about, like, whatever, just like other stuff. But okay, so I was like, damn, I really want to get like a job at a blow dry bar. I interviewed at a dry bar, I applied, whatever, blah blah blah. I was like, hey, I emailed every blow dry bar in like the Atlanta area close enough for me to get to school, get there, work there on weekends, close to whatever, like, right, for it to work with my situation. Okay, I emailed a dry bar and I was like, hey, I'm a student, blah blah blah. I told her the whole shebang. She was like, hell yeah. Well, she didn't say hell yeah, but she was like, yeah, come in for an interview, blah, blah, blah. Going for an interview. She comes 10 minutes later, comes to get me. Hey, nice to meet you. My name is, I'm not going to, say her name in the video just because. But you know, she was like, "Hey, you know, my name is, let's say, Julie. My name is Julie. My name is Jordan. Nice to meet you. Blah blah." So you know, she sit me down in the chairs. You know, we talk about, you know, like just me doing hair, my experience, whatever. And you know, I do got past experience being an assistant. I don't like to say names of places because I'm so paranoid that people are gonna find that, relay it to my address, and then kill me. So at my old salon where I was assistant a couple years ago, because y'all already went to cosmetology school once. That school shut down, and then I just started assisting at a salon, and then I, you know, quit that salon and was just doing jobs in between, making bad decisions, whatever, blah blah blah. Went back to school 2025. But you know, I was like, yeah, you know, I'm a cosmetology student, blah blah blah. And you know, we were just talking, and she was like, so how do you feel about doing blowouts, whatever? And blowouts is literally my strength. So I felt like, okay, period, like I'm actually good at something, because for so long, like, I didn't feel like I was like good at anything hair related, bro. Okay, yeah, I knew how to braid. Okay, yeah, I knew kind of how to curl, but I didn't feel like I was good at styling hair. I did get a lot better after doing like real clients in school though, which is, that's a whole nother thing, you know. Yeah, we gon' do y'all want this to be a long video? So during the interview, the owner of the dry bar or whatever, she's like, how do you feel about doing blowouts? How comfortable do you feel? I'm like, oh girl, that is my technical strong suit. I feel real good doing a blowout shit. I could do a blowout right now, honey. She was like, oh, okay. Gets up, walks away. I'm like, oh, goes to the front desk, attends a lady. She's like, you know, pointing at me or whatever, talking to the lady. And I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm about to do this lady hair, you know, I'm ready. And at this point, like, you know, there's a certain way you do hair in a salon versus school. You know, at school, I mean, I thought I was hot shit just because at that point I had already taken so many classes at school. I'd been doing silk presses, braids, retwists, blowouts, like everything. So I just felt just so good about it. You know what I mean? Like, I knew that I was gonna slay this lady. I had already been doing a bunch of other stuff. I had shit to show her or whatever, like on my Instagram page. I mean, she didn't ask me for that. But at that point, you know, I had been doing hair. I felt comfortable enough to go into a salon where I would possibly have clients, real clients in my chair. When I was an assistant, I never had that. I would blow dry the clients, or I would pre-dry the clients for the stylist, Natasha, period. I love her. Dry them or blow dry them, or, you know, I would do like a blowout on like one of the other assistants or whatever, stuff like that. But when I was an assistant, I was not doing hair. So y'all, this is me going into this job. First time ever having to do hair for money, having to interview for something serious, like, you know, whatever. If I was just interviewing for another assistant job, girl, I would have been like, I assisted for one of the most busiest salons in the city. Like, I could do anything, you know, whatever. I mean, that's how I felt, because girl, that shit was brutal. Everybody that, you know, is in the hair industry around like my area, they know that that salon, you know, it's hard to, you know, get in there and, you know, just do that shit. Like, you gotta be a certain, you gotta be committed, bitch. Like, the amount of people that I was only there for a couple months, the amount of people I quit. Oh, like, you gotta be okay. So, you know, she was like, how you feel about blowing out that lady hair? I was like, okay, girl, I'll do it. Like the executive, the straight, whatever, you know, you got the beach waves, whatever, whatever, whatever. I didn't really understand what I was really supposed to be doing, but I just sat there and kind of just assumed, because I think I'm supposed to be the professional. I'm technically at an interview right now, so I feel like if I ask questions that she's gonna be like, bitch, like, what the fuck, shouldn't you already know this? But then again, I mean, I'm in school, she knew I was a student, so if I asked a question, that wouldn't have been a problem. I would have asked the question, had it clarified, and I would have slayed the hair. But I was just, you know, in my mind thinking like, oh girl, yeah, I'm about to eat this shit up, you know, let me just do it, whatever. Like, I mean, I was truly just being confident and believing in myself, you know what I mean? Like, that's genuinely, I was like, you got this, you can do it. Like, I literally piped myself up before I went in, like, everything. I go in and it's this lady, you know, white, blonde, tall, dressed up. She's about to go to Portugal. She has a flight that will land around like 2 a.m., something like that. Just like some crazy ass time, like where she's like, so I'll basically be landing tomorrow. And the thing about doing white people's hair and like having like white clients and working like in an area that's pretty affluent is like, they talk to you about like the most crazy things and like try to relate to you, and it's just like, girl, I don't relate to that. And it's not even like me trying to be like just like a hater or anything. It's just like kind of like they'll say certain things, like they'll be like, what kind of food do you eat? Like, what's your favorite like food? What's your go-to meal? You know, I just be making shrimp, rice, collard greens. Like, those are my favorite foods. Like, that's just my comfort meal. I'd be like, what about you, girl? They'd be like, oh my God, blah 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 has like the best risotto and blah. Not judging, but I'm just like, oh, I just don't be. It's just so crazy, like the cultural difference between like certain, like, it's like I'll make a joke, like, I don't know, I just got like you know, hot Cheeto, Red Bull kind of humor. Like, I don't even know how to describe that. Whatever. I want curls that will last. When I wake up on the and get off the flight, they'll just fall. I'm like, okay, you know, period. And so I had studied dry bar. I had studied the way that they do blowouts, the way that they part and section the hair, whatever. Before I knew that dry bar did that, and so I was like, okay, I know exactly how I'm gonna do it. I know how they section the hair. I've seen videos. I was watching. I was studying before the interview, everything. Like, just even though I didn't even know I was gonna be doing hair, like I was gonna be tested, I don't know, I was still trying to study the way they do it. You know, I laid her down in the shampoo bowl or whatever. You know, we're talking, we're doing the shampoo, you know, she's like, yes, blah blah. You know, she's like, I want something with volume. I use, you know, the clarifying and then the volume that they got. You know, we're shampooing, I'm conversing with her. She's like, you're in school right now? I'm like, yeah, I'm in school. You know, we just, you know, getting to know each other, whatever. So I set her back down in the chair. She looks at one of the styles and she shows me like which one of the styles it was. Certain styles aren't like achieved with just the round brush. Obviously, like certain styles you have to use the flat iron, certain styles you have to use the curling iron, some of them are curls. In my head, I'm thinking that you have to round brush the hair, like do a round brush blowout, pin it up, and then curl it, because of videos that I saw of people doing that. I thought that that was just how you did it. I was thinking I was doing it good. You know what I mean? So I'm sectioning it out. I put it, you know, in the little 8 sections, you know, the little mohawk, the 2 on the side, 2 in the back. The lady only got 2 scoops of hair. That's the one question I did ask her. I was like, can I clip her hair up? She's like, you can if you want to. I was like, okay. You know, I was kind of confused because, you know, she gave me like 2 clips. What I was supposed to do was blow dry it and then curl it up. That's it. I thought that I was supposed to do a round brush blowout and then curl it. I thought that that was how that was done. Like, I like, truly. Just because, you know, I'm new to this. It was truly like, oh my, now that I'm at Blow Dry Bar, girl, I lay in them clients sometimes. I only say that because I did a client, last weekend that turned out so fucking ugly. I couldn't even. Like, I felt bad sending her out the door, and she was so nice, and I was just like, oh my God. It was like a bun. The manager, you know, kind of sitting there, you know, I'm at one of the salon stations and she's, you know, at the next one over. She's like, I'm not a hover, you know, I don't be hovering or nothing. So, you know, you just do your thing. I'm gonna just be sitting here. And if you need some help, I'm right here. And I was like, all right. So I section her hair out in all the sections. I pin it up with the little pins that they gave me. I'm going through and I'm round brushing each section. The section is not bumping because, again, this lady, I mean, her hair was so thin. You know what I mean? Like, it would have really only taken me like 10 minutes to blow dry the hair. Like, that whole appointment would have took me 30. Like, now, if I had that client in my chair right now, she would have been out in 30 minutes easily. Like, just remembering how her hair was compared to hair that I've done now. Oh, girl, she would have been out. So when I think back, it was just like one of those things where I was like, oh damn, I was truly trying to just like put my all and my effort into it. I was like, okay, I'm trying to bump it and give it the shape and then, you know, dry it all the way and then curl it. Do the 2 back sections, cool. I let down the section that's above, like near the crown or whatever. I let that down and start drying it. And she's like, okay, what's going on? You know, me, I just kind of back up. I'm like, and, you know, the manager kind of looked at me like, and I'm kind of like, she's like, what's going on? Literally, it only takes me 10 minutes to dry. I mean, I'm sorry. The shampoo was so good. He's doing a great job at it. Literally only takes me 10 minutes to dry my hair. It's just dry and then curl. And then that was the moment that it clicked. She was obviously like a regular customer at Dry Bar or whatever, so that's probably what she always got, you know, just the hair to be blow dried and curled. Now, you know, I work at Blow Dry Bar. I don't work at Dry Bar. Blow Dry Bar, okay? I work at Blow. And so that's what it is. A lot of people just want their hair washed, blow dried, and then curled. Not washed, round brushed, pinned up, let the pins down, iron curl. Like, well, I did have one client that wanted that. Like, but didn't. She'd be like, I just want wave at the front. I'm like, okay, period. You know, do you just want me to like blow dry your hair out and then, you know, curl it all the way through and then we can wide tooth comb it and give you that movement? No, like, I just like the regular blowout. Like, you can blow me out, but I just want like more wave at the front because I just feel like blow drying it out and then curling it is too much heat. Okay. I give her the whole blowout, you know, I pin up the hair and everything, blow out the hair, whatever. And then when I go to curl the front, like, she's like, okay, can you curl the back too? So essentially curling the whole fucking head. What I could have done really was blow dry the hair, which would have took me, 15 minutes. I wouldn't have to put all the work and all the art into it. So then the manager was like, yeah, okay, so let's go finish the rest of your orientation and just, because she was kind of like, she was like, you know what, I haven't even given you a tour of the salon, because she didn't. Like, that was just like a client came in, I guess the stylist was running behind a little bit or something like that, and she kind of just threw me into it and wanted to see what I could do. She was like, okay, let's just finish the rest of your orientation, blah, 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 blah. So we talked, she gave me the rest of the tour and that was it. But I felt bad because I didn't respond to her message after that, because I was still at Tropical Smoothie. I hadn't put it in 2 weeks and I was actually trying to do it good this time. I was like, oh, I'm not going to quit. So there was like a whole little thing where she was like, yeah, this bitch don't actually want to work here. Goodbye. But I did want to work there so bad, but I guess it was kind of a sign. So after that, I was like, fuck, like I'm not going to be able to work nowhere doing hair or whatever. So one day, after work, or before work, it was at Tropical Smoothie. I was like, I cannot fucking do this no more. I called another blow dry bar and had emailed them. They had responded back, but didn't actually, follow up with me. So then I just called Blow. I was like, hey, do y'all hire cosmetology students? They was like, yeah, we do. What's your name and your number? Blah, blah. I was like, my name is Jordan Williams. Gave them my number. And so they called me back in. I interviewed. The interview was basically me coming in to, do a mannequin or whatever. I don't know if my manager wants to be mentioned or whatever. Yeah, so I'm working at Blow Dry Bar. I'm going to do like a more extended update as far as that another video, because I don't want this to be too long, so maybe if y'all give a fuck. But yeah, that's just like the little story. I got lucky enough that when I had just called them, 5 people had quit, literally. So they was like, yeah, honestly, I mean, just let us know, whatever. I didn't think that they were gonna hire me because I went and did the interview and it was a rainy, cold ass day. I run in, I remember exactly what I was wearing, my little, jeans. I was wearing them little moccasins I be wearing all the time, that little white Alaska shirt, and then that Columbia jacket. I walked in and I was like, hey, enthusiastic, like, just trying to be, beauty professional personality bullshit, whatever. And they was just like, so how comfortable are you with a blowout? I was like, girl, like real comfortable. So, I had did it and she was like, wow, okay, that was really good. That was really good. They didn't call me back for, maybe about a week or so. That's when I was worried. I was like, fuck, they didn't like it, whatever. Called me back and was like, do you still want the job? I was like, yeah, girl, like I still want the job. And so, I went in. What did I do on my first day, bro? I don't even, damn, bro. It's not even like I'm working like day, like every single day. Like, my first day was like kind of like, oh, okay, can you do all the styles? Like I had to, work on a mannequin, stuff like that. My first, and also her like showing me how she do blowouts, what she be doing, what she be using, how she be using the products, just like things like that, just getting used to a new salon. I really love the shampoo bowls, like, I don't know, just like little things like that. So yeah, I started there. I feel like the experience of me actually starting was like a whole other thing that I'm gonna get into. I mean, not that it was like bad or anything, but just like I'm gonna split it so this video doesn't get too long, because I feel like it's actually kind of funny when I think about it, like just the shit that was going on. So what do I have to film? Another thing is I've been trying to, get all my social media shit, bro. It's just so hard to stay motivated to do social media because I already talked about this, on every other platform, but that this shit just be feeling goofy as fuck sometimes. But this is what I do, bro. This is what I do. Like, this is just what I do, and I'm trying to just like keep that in my head. It's for a purpose, this is for me. It's not for nothing, nobody else. Like, I'm building something, whatever. So that's like another thing that is just like, oh my fucking god. Like, I'm like trying to like keep the motivation, like do it, but I'm like, damn, like, is my shit lame? Like, I feel like nothing I'm doing is different. Speaking of different, bro, I've been making music for about 3 years. So like I said, or did I mention at the beginning of the video that I was doing a video called American Chance to Become Reggaetonero? I'm gonna put the link down below. But I've been learning Spanish for 5 years. And so at the like 2 year or 2.5 year mark is when I wanted to start making music. So because I was very inspired by Isabella Love's story, just by her story and Kali Uchis, those two people. I think that those was the two people that I was the most inspired by. I've been making music for 3 years, and it's not something that I've ever revealed on this channel. Maybe I think I briefly mentioned it in a video that I've done before, but I probably just don't even remember. I don't know, but You know, I be trying to make music in Spanish, so I've been like getting more on, like I've been getting more into that. You know, I've been doing it a lot more. I've been making more songs. So y'all will see a song reveal if y'all watch the video that I'ma produce. I'ma write a whole outline out for it or whatever. Y'all gonna see that. So yes, I've been trying to do that. You know, I did a little music video. It's a real sexy, well, not music video, but a little lyric visualizer. So yeah, but oh my god, like I'm just so glad to be back here. Like I also decided to film because I was like, maybe yeah. So I be making music just for fun. You know, it's about, my music is basically just about like my sexual desires, sexual fantasies, dating as a gay man, dating as a gay black man, dating as a feminine gay black man. Some of my fetishes that I talk about. So I don't know, I'm just really proud of it, and I don't really see it as sexual. Sometimes I get a little bit embarrassed like to show my dad like any of the stuff that I do, or like to translate certain lyrics, but I don't really see it as sexual. Like, yes, it's sexual and it's like an expression of like my sexuality, but it's my art and it's like the world that I'm creating and like the visuals or whatever. Y'all tell me if these visuals are given or not. Like if they look hus, y'all need to tell me. Okay. And if it look ugly, you can say that too. But I don't want the song to be playing in it because you know. No, yo te la metí, baby. Hoy yo no quiero masturbarme. Quiero que chingamos como lo hacíamos antes. But I'm not even gonna lie, like that kind of ate, and then that ate. My dad took these videos, by the way, so you know he ate doing that. But uh I love that picture, bro. Like, y'all know how I am. Like, I get one good picture of myself and I drag that shit out for 4 years, bitch. That is eating, y'all. Like, y'all cannot tell me that is not eating. You know, little cover for some of my singles or whatever on Band Lab. You know, me with the underwear in my mouth and stuff. So, you know, I be, you know, trying to do little stuff. Like, so you need to subscribe to my other channel if you want to hear the music, if you want to see the behind the scenes of how I be doing it. My next music video will be for my song that is called Maquillaje, makeup. The song is basically just about like getting your makeup fucked up while you getting fucked. I'm gonna choke, do a split, and twist on it at the same time. Quítate los Savage X20. So, thank y'all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I will be making more videos. Like, I'm not, like, I wasn't gonna deactivate this channel, nor was I gonna stop posting on this channel. Like, really, y'all, really. I guess, you know, I tried to escape from my roots, but, you know, I'm back to my roots. I miss y'all, you know, like, even though nobody even really be, it's okay, you know, it's energetic. Like, it's just energetic, you know. This is my OG channel. Like, I've had this channel since I was 11. Also, yeah, my car broke down. Ain't got no brakes. So when I get paid Friday, I'm gonna see if I could get like something done, bro. Oh my god, like the brakes like broken down, like the wheels, like bruh, like it is so bad. But everything always works out in my favor, and the universe is gonna show me exactly how good it can get.